Once you just go in and you win something, right, you suddenly feel that you're quite good at it.
You decided to go into this very niche portion, which is public speaking. Why do you decide to go deep into this?
How I put it is, public speaking is a life skill. It's something that we are using it even now in the podcast. We use it daily.
How do you overcome the fear that your franchise partner will take everything and then start their own brand?
Since the very start of our franchise, right, already we have franchisees that change and launch their own brand straight away.
Meet the entrepreneur who redefined Singapore's real estate marketing landscape since 2017.
Melvin Lim!
You grow the company grows you.
The guy who almost went from bankruptcy to taking a small, dynamic team of 7 and grew with them into a media and real estate powerhouse, over 128 top-performing individuals. The mastermind behind MediaX, now a creative agency in Singapore's real estate sector. And this isn't just a theory. It's the hard truths every business owner needs to hear. Welcome to the Hard Truths on Business, the HTOB podcast with Melvin Lim.
You started this in 2013
Correct.
with a co-founder.
Yes.
Right. And then your backstory is that you are the champion for 讲故事比赛 in school. Like when do you kickstart this like first foray into really like public speaking as a child?
Okay, so young that time is being forced by my dad lah.
Yeah.
My dad from China, they say, your Chinese, you better be not bad lah.
Okay.
So he get me up on stage to do a lot of this kind of 讲故事比赛, even singing competition. But I remember the very first one, I don't even dare to, like they call my name, right? Qing Yi, please come, it's your turn, right? Like Qing Yi. I just went off, that means I just from the back, I sit right at the back, I just walk off the room and then not even try because the last guy who sang, right, I saw, that time I was Sec 2.
Right.
So we still don't know how to, the Andy Lau, the vibrate, don't know how to use still don't know how to use it. Then I saw the guy before me doing that so effortlessly.
Oh.
I thought, that's it, man. My turn next, I sure lose him. So I sat behind. Then they called my name.
That was in secondary school?
Secondary, yeah.
Okay. Singing competition.
Singing competition. So wasn't brave enough.
Right.
But storytelling was, I think, what got me was, I think the first year I joined was in primary school. Then after that, somehow or rather I won or second or something like that. Then the confidence came in because I memorized the thing, I did it, then I won. Right. So that was the first thing. Then when it comes to, I think, the next primary, right? I mean, 1 year later, then I went in, I do again, then maybe second or third. So that gives me a lot of confidence. Once you just go in and you win something, right? You suddenly feel that you're quite good at it.
Right. So that was in primary school. And then your business, Speech Academy Asia, was started 12 years back, 2013. And in between, what were you doing? I mean, like you didn't go straight into starting this business, right? About public speaking and all that. Do you like go into some MNC work and stuff? Yeah.
So before that, I was working in a bank. My first job was in a bank. Right. Then after that, I like doing events. During my NS days. So I help out in a lot of event, they have army events and all this. So I thought, maybe I apply for an event job. I went into an event company. Right. And then the event company was a subsidiary of a bigger event company. Then somehow or rather, I got into the bigger event company. Okay. Then when SPH first wanted to diversify and enter into the MICE industry, right? That's where I also applied. Then I went in doing events. So most part of my life before the business is in event, exhibition, MICE.
That was for about 10 over years.
About 10 years.
Okay. So why do you want to revisit this passion that you had when you were young and now with a co-founder running the business for 12 years? What made you want to start this business? And of course, like I think a lot of business owners, they wanted to do something that they're good at. In our previous episode, we're just talking about with the co-founder of K-Cuts, right? Bernard, that I think a lot of people started businesses either as two different DNA. One is that they are technicians in the business. One is that they are not technicians, right? So for example, like Bernard and his co-founder, they are not technicians.
They're not hairstylists.
In hairstylists, right? But a lot of owners of hair salons and different brands, they all started as an intern, as like washing the hair first and cutting the hair, styling the hair, then gradually becoming the boss of the business, right? So, which DNA do you think you are? Like, were you starting from a technician route, and is it because you had passion for this, this part of this like spectrum? Yeah.
Okay, so I was in SPH, and then I was given the education exhibition. So when I first joined, somehow or other, I was given this education exhibition. So most of my clients that I meet to take up the booth or sponsor are educators. So I will speak to like, your Adam Khoo, your My Champs, your Learning Lab. So I'll sell them a package. So while talking to all these clients of mine, one of them, who is now my business partner for the last 13 years, he said, hey, there's a business idea. He's running a tuition center when he first started, but because he won the Toastmasters champion. And it's a miracle for him to win. He's an introvert. He studies engineering in NTU. So for an NTU engineering student to win a public speaking competition is a miracle.
Right.
You never hear of that. Someone won second, right? Thought that he will be first because he's from the business faculty and all.
Right.
So what happened was Lucas told me that, hey, more and more parents are asking him at that time, 14 years back, he said, more and more parents saw his Toastmasters championship medal, right? And say, hey, can you teach my kids public speaking, confidence? And Lucas said, hey, so you want to do together with me,
Right.
Then, but all along, I've always wanted to do business. My dad is a businessman, so I've always role modeled after my dad. So I said, okay, there's an opportunity. Let's get on it. So I'm totally not the technical track.
Right.
I'm not the teacher turned entrepreneur. I'm the one that my client or my friend told me there's this business opportunity, but I always wanted to do business, whether it's an event business or education or whichever business. I said, since there's this opportunity, why not do it? And also, it feels good, you help kids. It's education. So education is always a very feel good factor.
Right. How has the journey been for the last 12 years? Like when you guys got started 12 years back until now, do you see public speaking as a very niche part of this educational space? For example, if we look at the different spectrums of the education business, maybe a lot of business owners, they will go straight into bread and butter, maybe the target audience will be the primary school kids. Some specializes at A levels. Some specializes maybe at a language, right? Like Chinese and stuff like that.
Yes.
But you decided to go into this very niche portion, which is public speaking. How is the space for public speaking in the educational space? Are there a lot of competitors, and why do you decide to go deep into this?
So very good question. So of course we are parents, right? Singaporean parents only care about one thing, right? The grades, right? I must score good grades to go to good secondary school or JC. I mean, even though there are a lot of talk about the education system trying to evolve or evolving or changing more into all these soft skills, but we as parents, we know what is still after all the grades, right? I mean, we still need our kids to go through JC, uni, get good grades, come out with a good degree. It's always, how I put it is, public speaking is, it's a life skill. It's something that we are using it even now in the podcast. I mean, you're famous for it.
No.
You are a very good speaker. Because I also a bit scared coming here.
No, I'm talking to the master of speech academy.
No, please. I already told you my track is not the technical. I'm not the teacher. But we use it daily. Some countries don't even have such enrichment classes. It's not even a class. It's just part of their whole education system. It's not even... You don't even need to learn public speaking because it's ingrained into the education system. Singapore's education system and Asia's education system, after doing this for a while, right? I speak to a couple of overseas educators. it's always focused on the grades, which means it's very technical. They call it rote learning and all this. So a lot of memorizing, a lot of going for exams. So because of that, it takes a lot of time running through all the entire curriculum and making sure the children or the kids can get good grades. So this has always been the case. Okay, simply said, you go to popular bookstore, you go anywhere, you go library, you will just see a book on how to talk to anyone, Brian Tracy with how to communicate.
Yeah.
It's been around before we are around.
Yes.
It's already around. After, 20 years from now, it will still be there. These are self-help books.
Yeah.
It has always been a skill that we have to learn. Whether is it taught separately or within the education system, it's still something that we have to learn.
Yeah.
Whether we go for classes for it or whether we pay to go and learn, it's a life skill. It's a soft skill. It's something that will take us in future when we go for interviews at career, to get our dream job. We need to go through presenting. We need to present ourselves. We need to talk to our colleagues. We need to talk to our boss. We need to present to the board.
Yeah.
So it has always been around. When we first started, it was really difficult because parents' intention for their children is always just sending them to tuition. So we are always good to have lah. Yeah,
because they treat this like a soft skill and it's out of the curriculum, right?
Yes.
And it's not examinable.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's just like maybe a small portion oral.
Correct.
口试,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the initial struggle, was it to educate the consumer that this is important?
I think the name itself is also very important because initially when we launched Speech Academy Asia, it's quite easy to understand what we are doing. It's speech, ma.
Right.
If you want writing, you Writing Academy Asia lah. So Speech Academy Asia is very easy to understand what you're doing. So that starts off like, people or parents knowing what you do straight away without talking too much.
So the brand is important.
Yeah, it's not rocket science lah to know what you do. Then it comes to the point where the education landscape has also changed. Ministers, government is all, MOE is all talking about incorporating all these soft skills, life skills, even your DSA now.
Right.
And also all this sort of what we call it the 21st century core competency. So they call it CCE or SEL, social emotional learning, character citizenship education. And it's more and more emphasis. So like your oral exams, our time is like 5%. Now it's already like 20% in school. So you still need to do well in order to, whether you pass your English or your Chinese, right, or your second language, right, you still have to do well in your oral. If not, it drags your scores down. So somehow or other, we kind of follow
with the policy.
We dovetail the MOE's direction and we just hang. Sometimes, you never know. We feel that this is important. Lucas he's a shy boy. He suddenly won the Toastmasters champion. He will write a curriculum because he's an engineer. Then we just write through the tie, go through the years. Right. After 10 over years, then education system all changing. Right. So we just follow the... Right.
So would you say like now time. In the year 2025, this is like a bigger and bigger emphasis compared to like 10 years back? Among parents, among consumers, like people, you don't have to convince parents that this is important anymore.
Still have to, because parents still, after all, they want tuition first. So like your math, your science, your tuition, your academics is still the most important. So this is after that. So they will go,
So the one thing that we want to like focus, right? Sometimes like when we speak with business owners like yourself now, Now yourself and your co-founder, you have 12 different branches. And just now we just started talking before the start of this podcast. Your 13th one is coming out. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So 2 is in Singapore. 10 is in Asia, Southeast Asia.
10 is in Singapore.
Oh, 10 is in Singapore.
Then 3 in overseas.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So 10 is in Singapore. Then 3 is overseas. Later, I think what will be very interesting is really to talk about your franchise model.
Understand.
Yeah, because I think that is really part of the scalability that a lot of entrepreneurs are hunting for, and when to make certain decisions on when to scale, when not to scale, how to look at the market. But I'm very interested about that first 2-3 years of your journey, because in business there's this strategy called category positioning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you read that book before. This book has helped us tremendously in our business. It's really to distinguish ourselves, to flee away from the competition.
Okay.
Plus also in the minds of consumers, be very clear about what are you doing? Like just now what you mentioned, Speech Academy is very clear cut and really about speech, public speaking skills. So that first 2 to 3 years, I believe this is a strategy that you deploy in terms of going into this category of public speaking. And there are different strategies, because interestingly, some businesses, after they own a category, for example, once you have public speaking, some businesses, they want to open up more niches, right? They want to open up more categories. Example, they will maybe on the 5th year, they say, okay, why don't we start primary school market academic?
Understand.
Why don't we start on maybe the A-levels market as well? Then they open up maybe different sub-brands and do it. What was the strategy that you guys had that you went very deep into public speaking, and that sort of exploded to 13 different branches?
Very good question. I think in terms of business models, in terms of I think different businesses will have different perspective. A lot of times, a lot of people tell me that it's all about your P&L, your margin, how you work on it. When we first started franchise, a lot of people were saying, don't do franchise, because franchise is, you sell your brand cheap, meaning you let everyone know your know-hows with just this amount, why are you so open to sharing and all? I think it's also the nature of it's not so much of all the business books that I read, but it's more of my nature. My nature has been always collaborative. So when I first hear from Bernard that there's this podcast and somehow it's Property Lim, very famous, I told my colleagues, they all know. So basically for me, it's always a team effort. If at the start of the business, there's no way I can open my own centers, multiply my own centers so quickly. The only way is to have franchise. How it started is also not because I'm very familiar with the entire franchise way of doing things. I went for a course studying franchise, but it's good to go for courses lah. But what happened was the first franchise came about only because we were seeing our very first tuition center at Toa Payoh. It's overcrowding. The parents got no space to wait inside the center, but that center is pretty small. It's just two classrooms.
That was the first Speech Academy.
That's our first Speech Academy.
Is it still there?
No more. Yeah. So we decided to move to a bigger space. But of course, rental is always a concern. So we need to move really far. That time was in Jurong. And the rates were very affordable. $2.60 for per square feet. Right. It was very affordable. So we first had it at Toa Payoh. Then we wanted to release the space. The agent went around. There's somebody who wants to take over that tuition center and do a education tuition, means like your math, your science. But in the end, I kind of have a chance to talk to the next owner. I told him, why not franchise the brand? It's just something that comes out. So why not? Because public speaking, it's niche.
And you already had the location.
Yeah, and we already have the students. It's crowded.
Right.
You just take over. Take over fee. We can discuss.
So it's the same person that wanted to do the traditional English math.
Yes, correct. So I told him, why not do something more niche? Tuition centers that is all everywhere.
Yeah.
At that time, tuition was booming. 15 years back, it was really a lot of money making.
Right.
But at the time, I told him, say, hey, since everyone is doing tuition, why not do something more niche? And fortunately, the owner, or he and his wife, he is a trainer himself, so he believes a lot in communication skills. So he said, hey, why not? Let's try.
Okay.
But most important was your takeover fee, how much, or franchise fee.
And the monthly royalty. And all that.
So at the time, I just got my friend who does a bit of franchising. Hey, can you pass me an agreement, like a franchise agreement?
Okay.
When he passed me, it's still written in like a F&B company. I need to change myself. Hey bro, I pay you for this service, but you still write a restaurant name. Mine is Fish and Heavy Asian, not restaurant name. So I need to change myself. I passed the very first franchise agreement. He accepted at I think at that time was 20,000 for 5 years, but our brand was really unknown.
I see.
So
it was the very first franchisee.
Yeah, so to know that somebody is willing to even pay 20,000 for unknown brand, means
but what does a franchise include? Like include all your syllabus,
yes,
training, methodology, your SOPs and everything, and take over the clients in that zone.
Correct. So franchise is it takes over the parents from that zone, but also if they are starting from scratch, what we believe in very importantly is the quality of the teachers. Because no matter what how popular your brand is, it's still after all the teachers. It's just like you want to open a restaurant, you need your chefs, ma.
Right.
So it's like Bernard for his K-cuts is the hairdresser.
Right.
So the trainers we have to hire, we have to train them under a quite a rigorous training system, trained by the master trainer. It used to be Lucas. Lucas himself was trained for many, many years, after which then we have a couple of master trainers that help us with the training, the onboarding of the trainers. Then we will pass to the franchisees. Franchisees then have the chance to select, to hire and say, hey, I don't like this trainer, can you change it?
So you were a trainer at the HQ level.
So all the trainers, whichever franchise, Indonesia one, they will send their own trainers over. We will just upgrade their skill sets. Because we are not in Indonesia, so it's very difficult for us to hire. We don't know the hiring process in Indonesia. But Singapore, we will ensure that the quality of trainers is kept up to standard.
Okay. Right. And now with your 13th one coming up, right? You mentioned 10 is in Singapore.
Yes.
Then the other one is in Malaysia.
Yeah.
And
one in Indonesia.
And
one in Brunei.
Okay. Then out of the 10 in Singapore, how many are HQ owned?
We have 2 ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
So you own 2 and then 8 is basically your franchise owners.
Correct.
And is there like annual franchise fee or like annual like profit share? Like how does franchises usually work? If let's say a business is thinking about taking the franchise route.
So now the package is based on a 5-year contract. We have 70,000 for first tier. We have 90,000 for second tier and 120,000 for third tier. So basically each of the tiers will be based on the service we provide. So 70,000, which is the basic tier for 5 years. We'll provide some basic setup, CRM, some lead generation. We'll pass leads on. But for all the tiers, we ensure that the training is done by us. So trainers is the most important. So that's the number one thing that we have to ensure that it's up to standards.
Right.
Then comes different tiers, there will be different royalty payout. So, for example, the 70,000 tier will have 12% royalties. Royalties means it's taking from the revenue of the students. So, how many students you have, we will take a 12%.
Top line revenue.
Top line revenue, right. Correct. And then 90,000 will be 10% and 120,000 will be 8%. So, more upfront payment you do, the lesser royalties. So, in the long run, you benefit more. But of course, there are franchisees who just started their business it's new to them. They never did business before, but they are high level directors in their own corporate. So basically, they want to just take this as either for their wife or for themselves, giving back to society, or to them this is like a side business. So passive income. So what they do is they will take the 70,000. Then we will guide them. Then royalties wise, we will also guide them with our CRM system too.
Right. Interesting. Sure. When it came to that very first franchise that you Toa Payoh, so back then you shifted.
That one was by chance.
By chance, okay. So
that wasn't a strategy. not like we.
Would you say that was like the moment, the catalyst that really started this franchising model thing? Because you were shifting to Jurong as your HQ. Then the Toa Payoh opportunity came about.
Yes.
After this, was it an explosion of all the franchises, or you went to set up another self-owned one first? So
franchise is very regular. It's once I sold my very first franchise by chance, right? The Toa Payoh one. Then the second franchise came along already.
So the word spread, is it? Or?
No, it's just at that time we just do the usual marketing. We were quite aggressive in marketing.
And people approach you.
Yeah, and then in exhibition, so we do like a kid show. Then we are actually getting parents to sign up their kids for free trial. One of them, the next one was a Indonesian Tai Tai. Then the Indonesian Tai Tai just came out and said, "Hey, you all do franchise? How many centers you have?" Then I said, at that time we got 2 or 3. I said, 2 of them are franchise. So one owned by us. Oh, you all do franchise? How is the franchise like? Then it's our 4th franchise. So the franchise was just by the way, Yeah, but the only time we were more aggressive in franchise is taking part in a franchise licensing exhibition. That also is where Bernard is also in the FLA lah.
Right.
So we take part in exhibition. We also took part in the competition to win the Franchise of the Year award. That's a bit of branding and marketing.
Right.
But franchise all along, right? It's kind of natural. That means people will Facebook message us, or in our website, we do write that we are franchisable lah. I mean, that's one very clear option that people can see. Right. But it comes very naturally. Yeah, we do a bit of marketing in all the franchise shows, but it's more of people just inquiring and then just sitting down, speaking to us. Then we share that we have this franchise package. We send the prospectus and then they just take it. Right. But there's one stage where it exploded. So
when was that?
Before COVID. So I think more and more because of the education shift into more lesser academic pressure and stress into all these soft skills, right? That's where we had about 15 centers prior to COVID. So at that time, I think we had about 13 or 14 franchise. So 12 or 13 franchise. Then COVID hits. After that,
some of them close.
Yeah, some of them close. Yeah,
right. Yeah. Going back time.
Yeah.
If you were to compare these two models, I mean, one is of course like the franchise model. Typically, like the original owner, they will own like a few centers, then you sell the franchises and support them. Second one is like self-own everything. So if you can go back through time, which one will you select?
I mean, all models are just the natural progression of our growth. There's no one model that I can deem absolute right or wrong. It's like at this juncture of my business, after doing it for 12, 13 years, there are people wanting to invest in the business. So they are questioning why you have franchise. Can we buy back your franchise?
Why do they want to buy back? Like,
they feel that
the P&L will be stronger.
P&L will be stronger. They feel that it's the margin. They feel that since your 2 centers can generate this kind of cash flow, why not just do it for all centers?
Right.
Yeah. For us, it's because we are a small business. Is how much capital do we have to really invest in another center to run it?
Because you need the rental.
Yeah, at least 200 to 300K ma. Yeah, so rental, the renovation, the rental deposit, your staffing for 3 months buffer. So all this to us is a consideration. Plus, it's also the strength of us. Knowing Lucas, he's a curriculum specialist, he's an engineer, he writes curriculum, like he write in 2 hours, I can write in 20 years. So he's like, he's just a teacher lah.
Right.
So he can write curriculum, he can teach, it's so natural for him. I'm a BD guy, I'm a collaborator, I run the operations, but my strength doesn't lie in managing a lot of people. So I feel that there will be a burden for me. That means if I have a lot of staff under me, which means a lot of cost, which means I need to go and run to different centers, different time. I can hire a GM and this can be done, but still a lot of things, especially at the start. How do you launch it? How do you really go in to see all the details? I mean, everyone knows devil's in the details. I've been doing business forever.
Right.
It's always, or maybe it's just also my character. I'm more like very focused on one thing and very 专一 lah. Like this is one thing I must do the best. I know how in that one thing. So if I really were to manage so many staff and run to different centers, I don't want a situation where one center makes the other lose. I have to cover this, cover that. That's not my personal strength lah, I feel.
Yeah. So I think in terms of decision making, it's really about, as a business owner, to know you with your co-founders, what are the strengths and weaknesses, and also at that season in time, what is the best for the business. And I think one explosion in fact about franchise kind of model is that of course the capital doesn't have to be deployed by the original founder. You let the franchise owners, they bear the risk technically. The monthly rental, the OPEX, the staffing. You provide the system, the training, the trainers, which are very important. And I think the explosion of brand is there. At a faster speed lah. Compared to you raising capital to open one by one and all that. So I think each site has its own benefits. Definitely.
Correct.
Sometimes I think certain businesses with a lot of self-owned, maybe 10, 20 outlets, they usually, like what you said, use certain winning outlets to cover the losses of certain outlets also. So I think there are always 2 sides of the coin. If you were to start another business, which model will you go for again? Like a franchise or self-owned?
I haven't thought about it. Totally.
But now having explored the franchise route, if a friend would ask you for advice, how would you help them to see perspective, like which model to go for?
I think you are absolutely right. It's like the timing law. If at this current stage of my business, or at this current stage, if there are investors coming in, and there's enough funds, of course I will love to open my own. But if it's just always just me and Lucas and running the business, the franchise works for us in the past. It's more of how do we make the franchise model better? Meaning we have to go into the details of even the CRM.
Right.
Why is a franchise looking at this area and complaining to us? What makes, why this particular center is not having the leads coming in? Why is it the teachers keep going on MC? I think it's more of the details and really driving into each detail that
to refine the business.
To refine the
for
business
your franchise partners.
Since franchising is already the route that I've taken.
Right.
So as an advice to new business owners or as an advice to people, I mean, I'm not the best person to give advice, but
it depends whether they have funding or not.
Yeah, depends whether got funding. Correct.
Right.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
You guys started with no funding?
Zero. My dad, my dad is a businessman. He did, so at the time when the Toa Payoh Center is almost full, right? He funded for our very first, the Jurong Center.
I see.
So he took up the reno and everything. Very thankful for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's pivot to another dilemma that entrepreneurs have.
Yeah.
When somebody decide to go on, let's say like a franchise model, and let's say the entrepreneur is thinking just like, maybe after 5 years, how do you overcome the fear that your franchise partner will take everything and then start their own brand?
Oh, this taking everything.
Yeah, I mean like this goes through a lot of minds of business owner.
Yeah.
It includes small, mid-sized to bigger businesses.
Understand.
It is usually the 老板's that dilemma of training up a tiger within your own company, and then in future they become your competitors. And it's also the art of retention, about how to distribute wealth, how to really align revenue gain across all your departments, your key stakeholders and all that. So like for the franchise model, like how do you think about this on a higher level? It's like, do you fear like maybe people will take everything, modify them, and start their own branding?
Understand.
Yeah.
Since the very start of our franchise, right, at the get-go, already we have franchisees that change and launch their own brand straight away.
Within 5 years?
Straight away. So, of course, there are legal obligations. You know, we put it very clearly in a franchise agreement that next 10 years, you know, that you can't do public speaking, non-compete. You know, some will come in and say, can it be 5 years? And, you know, then what's your intention? Why just 5 years? Is it because you want to change? So, wow, since the get-go. So,
people break the contract.
Experiencing franchisees that come change to their own brand. And the best part is, right,
at the same place,
Speech Academy Asia, right? It's the Speech Academy without the Asia, and it's blue color logo instead of red.
Okay.
It's the brand already, you know. And the worst part is overseas, you know. You can't do anything. You can't fly there. You won't get your lawyers. They'll say, hey, it is a country's contract. What is the...
Okay.
Of course, copyright, of course, all this, but it's really just part and parcel of franchising. So, of course, business owners are very afraid to lose skills and
your SOPs.
Your SOPs to people who will take it and then change.
And now with AI, it's like so easy to change, right?
I just share one more instance. I have a franchisee, right, with my same brand, went head on with me, in Google AdWords, you know, bro. He went head on with me. He make himself the HQ, put himself right on top of us. I mean, he's probably his marketer better than mine. He managed to climb above us in our keyword and took all our leads and convert them in his own center, no?
Okay.
With my brand. Speech Academy Insurance. I tell you, that was a struggle because...
How do you feel back then?
It was,
and they were one of your franchisees?
One of franchisees. And immediate, no, the base is not like...
is it after 5 years or after 1 year?
No. It's within the first year.
And took
just
everything.
Few months. Took everything, brand it, climb on top, use our logo, use everything to do with us, and kind of placebo, no, they are Speech Academy Asia HQ, no. So the leads go to them.
How do you manage that struggle?
Yeah, a lot. So we will have to let him know. We will have to aggressively go through legal. We will have to go down. And legal, he's not afraid, you know. Sending legal letter is nothing, you know. So and it's Singaporean, you know. so I mean, all sorts of experiences running franchising.
Okay.
In order to really overcome, or in order to, I feel, to really still maintain certain recognition as the main people in this market, right, is innovation and a lot of, I keep repeating, I'm like a broken record, but a lot of the details. Every parent journey that comes to the center, if they are able to see the teachers teaching their kids well, the kids leave the center and really have fun. Not like sometimes they go other centers very mundane, then they very bored. They come out already, don't want to go already. So the actual teaching, the actual teachers, the actual curriculum, the actual system and the actual innovation, that means like first the classes must be fun. Then next, we are also having podcasts for kids being the host, speaking to VIPs. The next one I'll invite you, but it will be a kid host, you know. So it's very fun for them, you know why? They're very extroverted, but once the camera comes on, right, they froze, you know, like me. I'm very scared, cannot talk, you know. Then, but after we edit, we show the parents, they see, hey, mommy, when am I going on TV? They love it because it's a boost of confidence. They love it. It's fun for them. So we keep innovating, we keep branding, we keep continuing the marketing, we keep ensuring that like what is next for our curriculum is like what you mentioned. Why don't we go back to academics? Why do we still set in public speaking? What within public speaking can evolve? So
you want to go deep,
deep, yeah,
deeper and deeper into the niche.
Yeah, correct. So
to build your moat in terms of the business, right? And like on this portion, like building your moat. You mentioned a lot about the experience of the customers per se, right? Yes. The customers involve not just the student, also the parents, right? Yep. Then, of course, going back to your first conversation, you mentioned about the importance of the quality of your teachers. Yes. Has there been a mindset shift and, of course, like advice to our audience on this portion as well? Because you face technically two dilemmas you have to go through. Number one is, will your franchise owners take your curriculum and start their own brand?
Yes.
Number two is that, will your teachers start their own brand in future? Because you have spent so much time. You mentioned Lucas trained people for years, and now you have 40 over teachers, right, across Singapore. Teachers, So how do you manage that? Like how do you look at that from a business owner point of view? How do you retain good people, good trainers? And in future, if some of them do want to start their own centers, do you have a program for them? Like, do you start something with them?
Yeah. So good question. So our Gold Hill Center was our teacher. So he was teaching in our HQ for many years. COVID hits, we went online, and then after that, our very first presentation where the child presents on stage, right? The mom had tears, went to the teacher KG, told teacher, thank you so much. You really changed my child's life. That itself made KG set up the Gold Hill Center. So he became my franchise. So instead of opening his own school, right?
He approached you.
He took our franchise. So we have teachers taking our franchise. We have competitors taking our franchise. We have franchisees changing to a new brand. And then realize that, very hard. Compete head on with Speech Academy. It's just because we are always abreast of like really pushing ourselves. Really pushing ourselves every day. So it's a continuous effort. So we are afraid that they will change to their own model, change to their own. But I think some have done it and some are still around. So they are still running. And from what I know, I heard the curriculum is exactly the same. Okay. So some of our parents, they compare. Right. So I think this is quite 难免的啦.
Yeah.
That means it's
just a marketplace dynamics, right?
So anyone will come out, whether you're franchising, whether you're sharing your know-hows, they will naturally also want to set up their own. They will also be doing it. As long as we, in our own business, we do it really well. I mean, McDonald's is a very famous franchise. I may be wrong, but I think it's also the quality of their food, because McDonald's is really tasty. I mean, a lot of people can say it's unhealthy and everything, but you see every McDonald's is crowded. People are still going there, yes, for the McDonald's brand, but it's really nice to eat.
Yeah, so, and for the feeling and all that.
So to us, or to me personally, I feel if we can really just maintain the quality, always be fun, always be forward looking, there will be competitors, there will be people in the market, but we keep innovating. The only time where I will fear is most likely when parents don't feel that this is important, or either that or MOE's direction is not towards soft skills. That means no point learning soft skills. It's all about exams, or somehow or rather the schools themselves are already doing this. And I mean, schools, even if they are doing this, parents will still send for tuition. They still want their kids to be better, right? So that is more of
the national policy.
Yeah, the natural
and the trends in the market.
Yeah, correct. So but within our business growth and the way we strategize all our functions, right? We just ensure that we always keep abreast of what's happening, innovate. We just go in and really look at the details. Yeah.
You mentioned, Kelvin, that now you have at your HQ level, you have about 20 over staff, and across Singapore you have about 40 over trainers that you deploy to the different franchise owner centers, right?
Yes.
How does your day-to-day look like in terms of operations? Like, how do you manage your team, and what was the scalability journey in terms of the back-end team? Because this is the usual roadblock that a lot of business owners have as well. Like, when do you decide when to scale up more staffing? How many people do you start with at the start? Like, was it just one admin person and all that? Yeah. What was that journey like?
Yeah. Just on this alone, when we were before COVID, right, we had about 40 over staff full time and 60 over freelancers. Freelance trainers. We have 100 over staff under
in total.
My care. So I experienced the increase in staffing. I experienced in each department I have couple of same road staff. Means
same
HR
designation
got 2 HR, curriculum, got 2 curriculum, 3 curriculum, marketers. So at that time it was a stage where I remember very clearly, it's a balance of your product offering revenue as whether you can have so many staff. It's just simple maths. You have so much revenue to cover so much stuff. If your product offering, the demand of your product, there are some, like maybe property or some industry which I really don't know, can have 100 over staff. Be it I mean, then you have your GM, you have your structure and all this to run it. For us, I know very well my product offering, and we are from day one just an enrichment more than essential. Essential is like your tuition. Essential is like your childcare. Ours is like, like public speaking is like, parents after they see, okay, my son's maths, science, all good already. Chinese first. Let's look at Chinese. Better send to 百里国 or Chinese or Wang 老师. Then after that, public speaking, then later. So for us, it's always knowing exactly what is the demand of our product at that timing, at that period. Knowing that this is the amount of revenue to cover such cost. If I'm not able to afford such cost, I won't spend on it. If I need to come in personally to work on it, that means I need to do a certain function of my staffing, only because my product can sell that much, then I have to suck it up. I have to do it. So I would love to be a boss that can just empower my staff to run the operations on the daily per se. But I know my own product offering. Unless things move along, like the next 2 years, 5 years, soft skills is really important. More and more parents, there are more horizontal expansion of like leadership, entrepreneurship, like soft skills and everything I could dish out, I could offer to give me the extra revenue to cover my cost, right? If not, some of the functions I still have to come in. So my day-to-day operations, right, is
filling in the gaps.
I'm quite very involved on, and a lot of people say, hey, but you've been doing this for 10 over years, right? Why not just pass on to your colleagues and I have a GM lah. So my GM also my old time friend. I have a lot of trust in him, so he runs most of my things. But still, I am around every weekend. I do a few functions personally
at the centers.
At the center also. Right. So I run it and I just base back on my personality because that's my strength. Right. I don't do curriculum because that's not my strength. So I don't get the curriculum.
So curriculum and training is under your co-founder. Yes, the rest correct. Like ops, marketing, lead generation.
Yes, it's myself.
Media, then HR. Finance and ops.
So day to day is still very xiong. So I'm still like running a business in it lah. That means I'm still running quite a lot of functions.
Right. Yeah. What is the most important department for somebody that just started a business? Because there's like technically 6 to 8 different departments depending on the types of business lah, right? You have HR, finance, you have the whole ops team. Okay. Then you have marketing, you have the sales team, which is the BD team. Yep. Then of course you have the training arm. You have like, and of course like, once you start a business, then the business owner will start to realize that when in the world of becoming an entrepreneur, your problem never ends. It's like once you solve the problem in this department, another problem pops up. It's always firefighting and filling in all the gaps, right? And like in scaling different departments, there's also seasons one. Yes. Certain revenue have to come up first before you can expand other departments. So what is your advice for new entrepreneurs in the first year of starting a business? Which is the most important department? Like, is it the sales revenue? Is it like the SOPs? And like, how would you advise?
I'm quite blessed lah. For me, it's because Lucas focused on the curriculum and the teaching. So he ensures that the teaching and curriculum is done properly. And Lucas is an engineer. So he's got a very, very clear step-by-step, like step 1, step 2, step 3, engineers, he's very smart lah. He tops his PSLE and everything. So he knows how to form SOPs. He knows how to manage teachers. He knows how to train teachers. He knows how to write curriculum. He knows how a shy kid is. He has the magic of making the kids have fun. It's just him lah. So I'm blessed to have him. He takes on all this area. So I don't have to focus on it. So I just, so for me, because my background is in sales, so to me it's marketing and sales. So if my own perspective is, I think both are equally important. Which one comes first? I haven't started another business, so I don't know. But because with him, and this is my only business, he focuses on the product. I focus on lead generation and the sales. I mean, we still overlap. We still overlap.
Yeah. So the trainers are technically your product, right?
Yes, correct.
Right? So the product arm is all the trainers.
Yes.
So Lucas takes care of them. Yes. Takes care of product arm lah. Yes. You take care of the ops.
Yes.
And you mentioned sales marketing. How about like the people? Like maybe share one framework that you usually use when there are people issues within your team, like the team of 20. Like what kind of framework do you use?
Okay, so to be honest, I'm not a very good manager. I'm not. So honestly. So I left this part to my GM. Okay. My GM goes in office every day. He manages the people. He has the KPI for them. And for me, usually I will just handle things that I know how, which is more the sales and marketing part.
I see. So I see the triangle now. It's like the product person. Yeah. You are sales and marketing.
Yeah. Then I have a
then
GM.
The GM settles the operations and the people and the HR.
Yes. So when I work on my guys the marketing and the sales, I think it's just which framework is more of like, I'm a very transparent. I'll just say what I have in mind, and then any ideas they have, they come to me, but I'm daily on them. So some people might say it's micromanaging, but some people like it because it's like, hey, I have an idea. I just come up with it. I just have it there. They just take the idea, and then we just work on it. So managing of people, framework, especially now to the younger generations, right? They don't like to be told what to do lah. And also, you can't scold them lah. You know, you just one sentence only, they just leave. So there's no point. It's more of what I know how to do, which is sales and marketing. Keep telling them ideas. And then they will maybe once in a while come back to me and say, hey, bro, you too fast already. You know, I can't complete all this. It's too much work already. So, sorry. Okay, let's set some deadlines lah.
Right.
Okay, this one. Okay, what are you now at? Okay. So do this first. Right. Hold back my ideas a bit. So it's more of like it's just SOP have to ask Dean. Dean is my GM.
I see.
He has a clear like appraisal, promotion, has a clear standard attendance system, especially trainers are freelance. We need to have certain standards to make sure they come in on time. Some teachers might be coming in late sometimes. So what are some of the penalties? So all these are all formed up in SOP lah.
I see.
So he has all this SOP.
And these are all deployed to the centers also.
And he follows it very well. Dean is a very organized guy.
Okay.
So what he does is every week, Wednesday, there's finance meeting, there's telemarketing meeting, there's a curriculum meeting. Thursday, it's all in his calendar already and never change one. Okay. So it's a very systematic person.
Okay.
And that's where I feel he will value add a lot to the business. Then for me, it's more flexible.
So you can go out and bring in the business per se. Right. How about like when it comes to hiring? What frameworks do you have to ensure you'll get the right trainers in? Okay,
so hiring we start ever since day one of our business when we first start. So 13 years ago, every month, no fail, we sure hire fresh trainers.
Brand new, without experience.
With or without experience, we will put on JobsDB. Indeed,
okay, fresh trainers definition, as in like
no, anyone who wants to register to be a trainer.
Okay,
so every month without fail, we must ensure, because most of our trainers are freelance. Anytime this trainer can go.
Oh, okay. So you want to keep the pipeline consistent.
So it becomes like a SOP or Bible for us already. It's like every month we need to hire fresh trainers.
Like X number of trainer.
Yeah. So this is what the HR is tasked to do lah.
Okay.
So this is SOP that we follow. Training of the trainers are also all SOP. So there is a 72-hour main training, which they can break down into a few weekends, few weeknights, and then there is a 3-month on-the-job training where they will sit in with actual trainer, and then they will just shadow. Sometimes some franchisees, next month my shop up really quick. Then we need to quickly see how we can gather some trainers for him. If not, it will be in the pool of trainers that are already trained by us already.
And all these are freelancers without salary.
Yes,
it's
unless there's a job.
Oh.
So once there's a job for them, then they will come in.
And it's all based on like how many classes you teach.
Correct.
Like profit share model.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So each class, they will have certain tiers lah. Depending
on how many. Is it difficult to hire trainers now?
A lot of people say it's very difficult to hire trainers in education industry. For us, it's quite easy. Straightforward. Yeah.
Even until today. And all these trainers, they are from where? Were they ex-teachers or like they can be from anywhere?
Or anywhere.
Corporate.
Yes. So they can
fresh
be anywhere.
Grads.
Yeah, fresh grads.
Right.
As long as they come through the training, we certify them, they come out, they can train.
And they can hold other jobs.
They can hold other jobs because most of our trainings is in the weekends.
I see.
So also because our business nature, right, is mostly weekends or weeknights.
I see.
So they work Monday to Friday, come and earn some extra cash. Yeah. And because teachers are more... It's their passion. They have patience teaching kids.
Right.
So they don't mind doing it.
So hiring is not a problem now, as in like trainers supply is no issue.
No issue.
Yeah. And trainers, they are technically your product.
Yes.
And you have to make sure that the training quality is strong.
Yes.
They keep the curriculum fun and all that kind of stuff.
So just one analogy if you really want to learn piano, right?
Yeah.
You really need to know how to play piano. But I was talking ma. So talking, if you do that on a daily basis, you just have patience to teach kids. You can be a trainer. Yeah.
Right.
So this is just the like why is it easier for us to.
Just now you mentioned one thing very important is that this terminology about business owners being technicians.
Yep.
And sometimes being technicians as business owner, they cannot get out of the business in the sense that they are always in the business.
Correct.
They are not working on the business. This came from this classic book called The E-Myth, Michael E. Gerber. So he also talked a lot about the McDonald's University.
Okay.
Which just now, as you mentioned, you have a 72 hours curriculum training, 3 months on the job kind of thing.
Yes.
Who designed this training school thing? Is it Lucas?
Yes.
Yeah. And who upholds the university within the business? Like it's still Lucas.
No.
He has a main trainer. He has already leaders.
Master trainers who have
running
been with us for 10 over years already.
So master trainers are freelance trainers.
Yes.
That now are.
But they've been teaching for us. Oh, so one more thing that we are quite blessed with. The trainers somehow
sticks with you. Okay, so like when they become master trainer, do you give them additional portfolio incentive?
Yes, of course.
Because you help out with the
training and then
right. Do you call this training arm your university, your speech academy trainers university, is something like that?
Yes, it's more like different schools like Lorna Whiston. They dish out their certification,
right?
And then you have to pay one. Ours is free, ma.
Okay.
So as and when whoever wants to learn come in, and then we just make sure they are trained in our curriculum.
What if the trainer come in, do the training for 3 months, then they exited?
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, fine. Perfectly fine. Yeah.
So you have like an open approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I can sense is that through these 13 years, it seems like you guys have really mastered the art of thinking through the business. It's like you sort of like hold it with very loose hands, not so tight. Not so tight in the sense like your own dilemmas. Yeah. You sort of like, okay, if people want to leave, just bless them. It's like more like this just business, doing business, and some people come and go and stuff. Like what is your advice for people who are stuck in this thing? Because some younger business owners, they are constantly very worried about people leaving. Like for example, in PLB, we use this terminology that we tell all our employees that we don't call ourselves a family.
Yeah.
We call ourselves a sports team. Everybody is here for a certain season. So we use the Netflix approach.
Understand.
Yeah. So Netflix has this thing in their book as well that they call themselves a sports team. Maybe an employee or teammate is only here for 2-3 years. They might start something on their own. And everyone is here to play their role for a certain season. So like, what's your advice for young?
I think hearing from you, Melvin, it should be the other way around. I need to interview you to learn, man. No, really. Honestly, your experience is like the things that you say that you base on are factual. They are written out books.
It's just some frameworks.
It's frameworks.
But you have a longer experience than me in running a business because I was a technician for a good 10 to 12 years. I only started running my business for the last 7 years. Yeah.
But
I think you have more like 实战经验 on the ground. So usually, how do you advise like some of your friends who want to start business when it comes to this? Bosses have a lot of internal struggles. Because they have to manage a lot of things like bringing in the sales, bringing in the bigger deals, managing human beings, setting up policies, SOP and all that. Like how do you, maybe some advice for our audience, like how to think through this?
I think I role model after my dad a lot. My dad is I opened Speech Academy, I talk a lot, but my dad is a man with few words. He don't talk much one. So usually when I ask him for advice or when I see how he does things, right, he usually give me just one sentence. So he just asked me, so what's the point of running a business? Yes, you do education. He's in another industry lah. So he said, it's about to make your profit ma. So people come, people go. Your cost is very high. Your revenue, how you can cover? You need to make the margin. You cannot. You cannot, then it's a wrong business model. You want to keep people who you need to pay more. So it's just a very simple, very practical. He's been running business for 40 years. So to me, I just kind of like look back at, okay, if I need to really have my franchisees not setting up their own shop, or my employees living to a better place or setting up their own, it's more and also my character lah. I'm more like, you like to do what you just do lor. How it goes is, for me, is it has to be a very mutual, because after that, when they leave, some of my ex-employees or teachers, they are still very close to me. So this is, I value this sort of things a lot. Certain, like, I mean, business is business, but certain things is valuing friendship. And also, if they really want to set up something, by all means lah. I mean, I can't control. I can't do much. Right. So I like the analogy of your football team, which is a season. So yeah, that probably I will just let Dean know to implement, and the best players will be here just for this season.
The A players.
Yeah, the A players. Then after which, there will be a next batch. Yeah. You can't always stick on your best players, thinking that the best players will always be forever with you.
Yes. That reduces the stress of the business also, because I think it's very unhealthy to think that your teammates will be here forever. Because this is technically like not like a family concept. Maybe one last thing.
Yes, please.
Is like, how do you so-called strategize for the next season of your business? Because your 13 outlet is coming out, and based on what I understand, is a HQ owned one. Are you going into a new season? What are some of your plans for your business strategy?
For us, we just keep innovating lah. That means it's more of the fun of the children, whether they can get something out of it. I am still looking at how's the market moving for such service offering. So it seems like we are at the right time at the right place. 天时地利人和 So it's this period where even MOE is really emphasizing on enough of the education rat race. It's more of all this soft skills, even though parents are feeling that I still exams. So it's more of just seeing how the thing pans out. For us, we just keep doing what we do. More like a sushi chef lah. Just making sure my sushi is really the nicest lah, and really is fresh lah. So it's really the details.
Okay.
So,
do you envision opening more HQ owned outlets?
If there are investments. Yeah. For now, it's more of a franchise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Kelvin.
Melvin.
Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.